America's always been a melting pot, a place where folks from all walks of life come together. We're a nation built on hard work, determination, and faith. But somewhere along the way, things started to change. The values that once united us, the beliefs that made America strong, they're under attack. For patriotic Christians, this is a defining moment. We see the challenges facing our nation. We feel the erosion of our founding principles. But most importantly, we know that faith and love of country can light the way forward. It's time to remember who we are. It's time to stand up for what we believe in. It's time for patriotic Christians to rise up in unity. This isn't about judging anyone or forcing beliefs on others. It's about preserving the very soul of America, a nation founded on the idea that all men are created equal and endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights. Now, some folks will try to tell you that faith and patriotism don't mix. They'll say you can't love God and country at the same time. Don't believe it. It's a false choice. The truth is, our nation was built on the foundation of faith. The founding fathers, they were men of deep conviction. They believed in God, and they understood that our rights come from Him, not from government. Look at the Declaration of Independence. It talks about the laws of nature and of nature's God. It speaks of our rights being endowed by our Creator. These weren't just fancy words, they were a declaration of faith, a recognition that our freedoms are a gift from a higher power. Loving your country doesn't mean you agree with everything your government does. It means you cherish the principles of liberty, justice, and equality that America represents. It means you're willing to stand up and fight for those principles, just like generations before us have done. History is full of examples of patriotic Christians who answered the call to serve their country. Men and women who understood that faith and freedom go hand in hand. These weren't perfect people, but they were driven by a deep love for God and country. Think about the brave souls who fought in the American Revolution. They risked everything, their lives, their fortunes, to secure liberty for themselves and future generations. They prayed on the battlefields, they sought guidance from the Almighty, and they emerged victorious, forging a new nation dedicated to the proposition that all men are created equal. Or look at the Civil Rights Movement. Led by men and women of faith like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. They marched for equality, they sang hymns of freedom, and they changed the course of American history. They understood that true patriotism means fighting for justice for all, regardless of race or creed. These examples and countless others remind us that faith has always been a driving force in the fight for freedom and justice in America. It's in our DNA, it's who we are. Section 4. United we stand, divided we fall. Here's the thing about America. Our strength has always come from our unity. When we're divided, when we're at each other's throats, we're weak. But when we stand together, when we embrace our shared values, we're unstoppable. For patriotic Christians, unity is more than just a nice idea. It's a necessity. We can't afford to be divided by denominations or doctrinal differences. We have to focus on what unites us, our faith, our love for country, and our commitment to the principles that make America great. The forces that seek to divide us, they're counting on us to stay fragmented. They want us to fight amongst ourselves so they can pick up the pieces. We can't let them win. It's time to put aside our differences and stand together as one nation, under God. It's time to bridge the divides and remember that we're all Americans, united by a common destiny. Section 5. Finding your voice. In today's world, it's easy to feel like your voice doesn't matter, like you're just one person and your opinion doesn't count. But that's just not true. Every voice matters, every single one. As patriotic Christians, we have a duty to speak up, to let our voices be heard in the halls of power, in our communities, and in our own homes. We can't afford to be silent. The stakes are too high. Don't be afraid to engage in respectful dialogue with those who hold different views. Don't be afraid to stand up for what you believe in, even when it's unpopular. And most importantly, don't underestimate the power of your voice. You have a platform no matter how big or small. Use it. Speak your truth with courage and conviction. Get involved in your community. Support candidates who share your values. Make your voice heard. Section 6. Answering the call. We're at a crossroads in America. The path ahead is uncertain, but one thing is for sure. The future of our nation depends on the courage and conviction of its people. Patriotic Christians, this is our time. This is our moment to rise up and answer the call. Let's stand together, united in faith and love of country. Let's be the beacon of hope, the voice of reason, and the force for good that America needs right now. Let's pray for our leaders. Let's work to heal the divides. And let's never stop fighting for the soul of America. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America. Remember to subscribe, like, and share.